Hey, Facebook. How's everybody doing tonight? I tried to do a live video earlier and my battery died. And then it wouldn't even post my video. So here I am doing another video for y'all. It's okay though because my thoughts were kind of scattered before. So gave me a time to regroup and get my thoughts together. So if you don't know me, my name is Jen, and I just wanted to come on here and talk about a few things to get through this time that we're in, because a lot of things came to mind today, and I just thought I would share them. So I want to know where everybody is tuning in from. When you get on here, make sure you give me a thumbs up or some hearts. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I live in the state of Delaware, more specifically Middletown, Delaware. Hey, Rhonda. My phone died, so I decided to plug it back in and do another video because my video didn't even post. So, yay. We'll try it again. Hopefully this time it'll be a little bit better. So I have my little workstation set up here. Let's see if I can flip this around and show you all. Ooh, it's awful close. All right, so I have my workstation set up here for my job. And yeah, it's kind of crazy that... let me turn this back around. It's kind of crazy because I'll probably be working from home the most I can, but as much as I can. But hey, Jess, you're in New Mexico. How's the weather out there? So I got back on Friday from Florida Friday night, and it has been crappy ever since I got back. It's been raining here in Delaware. Rain, nothing but rain. So it's going to be interesting because I'm starting to work from home, and so is my husband. So very timely having this office done because we clearly need an office, but we are not going to be able to work in the office together. So I have a lot of conference calls throughout the day, and he is on the telephone with work. So one of us is going to be in the living room working, probably from a folding table. I'd like to say that's going to be my husband, but it's probably going to be me. So, I will probably be working in the living room, and he will get my nice office to work from, only because his hours are kind of crazy. He works till 9, some nights. So like tonight, he's at work. So it will just be easier if he is in the office. Oh, 72. I am so jealous. So jealous. It's rainy and damp here today and cold. It's supposed to be, I think, decent tomorrow in the 50s, maybe. Not raining, but then it's supposed to rain Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm not looking forward to rainy weather. I have a lot of stuff to clean out in my shed, and it would help if it would dry out so I can get to it. So anyway, so I wanted to come on here because today I went back to work officially, and I say officially because I've kind of been working on and off on my vacation, taking phone calls and stuff like that, which is fine. But today I officially went back and drove down the whole state of Delaware because I was checking on our state-operated day centers that I oversee, one of them in Georgetown and one of them in Dover or Woodside area. So I was checking on them today, and I was kind of busy and checking on staff and seeing how they're doing. And, in those day centers, we have a lot of people that are working there that are over the age of 60, and we're encouraging them to stay home and not really be at work. So I don't know. It's just the situation all around is kind of scary for everybody. And then I, in the afternoon, kind of got pulled in on a conference call to do some duties that are outside of my area of expertise. So some of you may know I work for, if you don't, I will tell you. I work for the Delaware Division of Developmental Disability Services, and I oversee day and transition services for the state of Delaware. And so I have been pulled in to do some residential stuff. I've been pulled in to do some fiscal stuff, which I'm okay with the fiscal stuff because it's kind of right up my alley. I'm pretty good with numbers and authorizations and stuff like that. So I'm okay with that. But I'm getting pulled into some other areas. And today it started giving me some anxiety. Like, I don't know if it was just like what's going on with this COVID-19 or just the whole idea of being back to work. I don't know. Either way, I was getting anxiety. And I recognized that I was getting some anxiety, and I decided to kind of take a minute and take a breath and come at it from another angle. So, I did look at this as, tried to look at it as a positive thing. Like, people at my job recognize that I can be utilized in other areas and I catch on quickly to things. So they're pulling me into other things like residential stuff or fiscal office stuff or things like that to help out, which I don't really have a problem helping out anything, but just like getting my regular work done with checking in with my staff and, then adding all these other tasks, it was giving me anxiety. And I decided anyways to take a step back from all that and say, look, this is a time for me to grow. So it's a time for me to grow. It's a time for me to learn new things. It's a time for me to show people what I'm made of and, step up and do a good job. So I decided that was the attitude I was going to take instead of being anxious about this, instead of being frustrated, instead of being, not knowing. I think part of it is too, like, I like to be in control of things and, I'm not in control right now and I'm being tasked with doing things that I don't even know how to do in my job. So that in itself is like, me being out of control. So I think that was part of it, is that just that not feeling like I was in control. But instead I decided to flip that and change my mindset and say, this is a positive thing. Not only am I helping out other staff at my agency, but I'm learning something new. And, it's going to be making me more valuable to the agency I work for. So once I looked at it that way, I started feeling a lot better about it. And then I just started thinking about how as people that we are, we can be very resilient to things. We need to pull together and work together as a community and help each other out. And, I gave the example, if your neighbor doesn't have a car, maybe pick them up things at the grocery store that they may need, or, take them somewhere where they may need in a time like this. So, we need to step up to the plate just as human beings to help each other out. So, and then I started thinking about like what I'm doing to make sure that I'm staying in the right mindset. And that led me to think of some things, because it's not only, your mind, but it's also your physical well-being, your spiritual well-being. All those things play into like how well you deal with situations and crisis and things like that. So I started thinking about the things that are helping me to get through this time and thought I would share them with you guys. Maybe you'll find them useful, maybe you won't, but I definitely would feel like I would be remiss in not letting you know what I do that maybe might help you and you might not even think about it. So the first thing is to get good sleep. So getting good sleep helps our mood. So it's important that we're going to bed at a reasonable time, getting good sleep, and not being restless. That's going to help us deal with stress during the day. It's going to help us to have those good endorphins just about things that we're doing during the day. today when I was trying to video earlier and do a live, I was walking because I definitely believe moving your body is an important piece of your physical well-being, but not only that, but also your mindset, the way you think. It helps relieve stress. It helps release endorphins in your body that help you deal with stress. So definitely, if you can get out, move your body. I'm not saying obviously gyms aren't open. I'm saying definitely keep your social distancing, but get out there and move your body and do those things, because that's going to help you stay in a good mood and a good mindset. Also, personal development. I've lately been reading a couple different books on personal development. Those things are just good for the spirit, good for the mind. It's all well and good for me to be at my job and learning new tasks and things like that, but my job doesn't define me. And developing myself, developing my heart, developing my mind for myself and what I want for life, those are things that are going to enhance me as a person. So, definitely figure out what you do for, personal development. Maybe that might be, I know we can't really socialize, right, with people with the social distancing, but maybe you do a call with somebody. I frequently do calls with my team, and I get on calls, and yesterday I actually had a call with one of our Prove It coaches, Mitch Newman, and I really needed to hear his call, because he was talking about real life, how people are dealing with this crisis and how people are dealing with things, how people are handling it. And, one thing that I left from that call was that I really, I get on here, I talk about ketones, I talk about my life, but my whole idea is to really add value to people's life. It's not about selling a product to people. It's about adding value to their life and being there for people. Hey, Elena. So that really resonated with me, because that's the whole reason why I started sharing the product and sharing what I do, is because I want to give value to people. I think about what it would have been like if my friend Melissa didn't tell me to contact Hillary and buy some ketones from her, and where I would be right now. I'd be exactly where I was 8 or 9 months ago, and being very unhappy and very miserable, and not being my best self. So I just think about that. Oh, thank you, Alina. Don't make me cry. I have been trying to see you. Life has been so crazy. Just to let people in knowing, prior to this COVID-19 thing happening, I had so many I was doing so many interviews, because we had so many vacant positions that I can't, before I can fill another another one goes vacant. It's been this revolving door. And so with that, I've been picking up additional duties at my job, and, it has just been honestly insane. And then when I do have free time, I'm trying to make sure that I'm trying to stay focused on what I'm doing with my health and moving my body. And it has not led to very much other enjoyable things in my life. Like hanging out with my friends, especially Elena, and I miss seeing the little kitties. So, but I appreciated the video you sent me. I don't even know if I responded to you, but the video you sent me was so darn cute. Oh my gosh. But those are some of the things that, definitely add, that I want to add to people's life. I want to add that value. And hey, Darlene, I kind of lost it earlier. My phone died, and then it wouldn't upload my video. So here I am again. Charge my phone. Oh, and, I talked about sleep, moving your body, personal development. They're cute though. They may be rotten, but they're cute. So you can forgive them. Yes, making time for you, for sure. Yeah. I mean, last week, even though I was working a lot, I was on vacation, and part of me was like, I don't care. Like, I'm on vacation, so it's too bad. Not the best time to take a vacation, I will, granted, but I already had it planned, so I was still going. But I'm officially back now, Darlene. I'm back today, so. Um, and it looks like we will probably be, well, not working together, but I'll be working with some of your team, with Adam, on some things. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to learning some new things. Also, food. The food you eat is important. Getting back on track here. You know, if you're putting a lot of junk in your body, it's going to make you feel like that. So, especially, I've noticed, like, when I was on vacation, I did not eat a lot. I stuck with the OMAD, the 1 meal a day. I stuck with that eating because I was occupied. I, was energized. And since being home, I'm like, oh, I feel more hungry. So I've definitely been sure to drink my ketones, and definitely, making sure when I am eating things, I'm, eating healthy things. And I'm sorry, this is starting to peel. So you see me, like, trying not to itch it, but it's peeling bad and it's itching. And it's important to, yes, throw the damn chips out, Elena. Let Cole eat them. Don't eat the chips. The other thing that's important is to breathe, to take a minute and to breathe. It's okay when we feel stressed and we feel like ourselves spiraling to, take a minute, gather our thoughts, and, make sure we're regrouping our thoughts and not getting into that negative mindset. That was the last thing I was going to mention, Elena, was drink more water. So a good thing you can do, and I did this and I found it very helpful. I intermittent fast right now, but how I got to that point was when I felt like I was hungry, I drank water. And then I waited. I waited a few minutes to see if the water helped. And if it did, then I didn't eat. So it's important to listen to your body at this time. Don't eat just because you're bored. If you do feel like you're hungry, drink that glass of water first to see if that's enough to sustain you, rather than putting junk food in your mouth. Because the junk food's only going to make you feel worse. And I do want to say this, if y'all can see my face, I don't know if you can see it, but if you can, you see all the wrinkles, right? Because I'm 40, but, my skin has improved greatly. So right now, I actually don't have any makeup on. I actually took my makeup off when I got home from work, my foundation, and I actually don't have any makeup on. You can see redness, but it's not as bad as it used to be. So I'm pretty happy with, drinking water and ketones, how it's helped my skin. Definitely improved my skin. So, making sure you're doing those things to help you out, to help you get through times like this. If you're stressed, I'm here. I'm a very good listener. I know I get on these lives and I ramble, but I also am a very good listener. So, if you feel like you need somebody to vent to or just need somebody to talk to, feel free to reach out to me. If you don't have my number, I'd be glad to give it to you. Just message me and I'll give you my number. And you can text me, you could call me. I don't think you have the virus, Elena. I think it's boredom. Boredom is making you eat. Being locked in your house all the time will make you eat, because it's like, what else is there to do? I yesterday literally pulled everything out of my bedroom closet and cleaned my whole closet, and I pulled out like 4 bags of stuff. So it's a really good time to spring clean. I pulled out 4 bags of stuff that, like, I just don't use or don't wear or whatever, and I put it out to donate. So it's a good time to spring clean if you have nothing else to do. Although with 2 little ones, Elena, like you have, I don't know that you will get much of that done. But anyways, I would love to know what you guys do, what you're doing to keep yourself calm, to keep yourself focused on the positive things during this time. Drop them in the comments. I would love to hear those things. Give me some ideas. Um, Give me some ideas about how me and my husband are going to be able to work from home together. I'm not sure how this is going to work. I'm very nervous about this. It's going to be interesting. So, tomorrow I am going into work for a little bit. I do have a meeting that's an in-person meeting with 2 people, so it's still not more than a group of 10. But then I'm back home to work from home. So I put some stuff on my laptop today so I could work from home. And so I'll be working from home part of the day tomorrow and Friday. And yeah, so I don't know. It's a new normal. I don't know. I know. That's the problem. We only have one extra bedroom, which we've made to the office, which my husband will probably be in here. So the only other space that I can go to is either in my bedroom, which I don't want a desk in my bedroom, or in my living room. I don't even have a kitchen table anymore. So we got rid of our kitchen table for the island. So I can't even like work at the kitchen table. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Um, I definitely think, those are the things that I've done. Sleep, drinking water, moving the body, eating healthy food, personal development. I know. I wish you could work from home too, but the problem is that we don't have access to systems that we need access to from home. I still don't either. That's why I put a bunch of stuff on my desktop to work on tomorrow and Friday from home, because I still don't have access to the systems I need to work from home. But I'm trying to work from home as much as I can. I'm actually finding that I think I will get more done working from home. If it wasn't for all these darn conference calls that we have to check in about what we're doing while we're working from home. So I feel like I have like 4 of them a day and it wastes like 2 hours of time, and when I could be getting stuff done. But yes, professional development. I was talking about that earlier. Professional development, personal development, reading is a big part of that for me. Being on some calls, like team calls that I have, helps with that personal or professional development too. Yeah, but I'd love to know, what you guys are doing to help you get through this time. And maybe what you would like to do when this time passes. So I know that I had some trips planned. I had some trips planned. So I was going to Dallas in like a week. Let's see. I was going to Dallas. It would have been a week from tomorrow. I was going to Dallas for like 4 days, 5 days. Oh, I'm so sad I'm not going to Dallas because I really wanted to go. I've never actually been off the East Coast, so this would have been the first time that I've ventured even a little bit off the East Coast. I don't care. I still consider it off the East Coast, but I was going to go to Dallas, and I'm super sad that I'm missing that. And then next month, I was also supposed to go to a conference to get an award in Virginia, and I'm going to miss that too. So all these things are canceling. But on the bright side, I am able, like, I think it's a very positive thing that I'm going to be learning some new things at my job that are outside of my day service activity that I normally do, learning some more things, and I think that's a good thing. Which also means I get to work with some other people too at my job that I haven't had an opportunity to work with. So I'm excited about that too. So, and it is good to see how everybody is faring in this thing and see how people are pulling together during this thing. Oh yeah, I was getting an award. It wasn't just me, but NAPE, which stands for the National Alliance of Partners in Education Alliance, I think, something like that, um, gave us, our team in Delaware, an award for teamwork on a project that we were working on. So myself is the representative from DDDS, and then Department of Ed, and then DVR, the Department of Vocational Rehabilitation. Our team won an award for a project that we were working on. So we are working on a project called Pipeline in Delaware. So I'll fill you guys in because it's a great project. So it's a project to identify areas of need within career and tech ed programs in high schools, and getting more students with disabilities into those career and tech ed programs. So it's a really cool project. There's like 6 schools involved in it, 6 school districts involved in it this year, and it's actually the second year we've done it. And it's led to some positive results. So in one of the schools in Delaware, we've went from 6% of students with disabilities represented in the school with in career and tech ed programs to 22% in just the last year. So it's gone up dramatically. So it's pretty cool. So it's a great project, and we were nominated by NAPE for the Teamwork Award because we've been working great together, collaborating as the 3 agencies working together, which is not unheard of, but difficult to do. And nationwide, we were recognized. So it's a pretty cool thing to be part of. So I'm pretty stoked that DDDS got that award and that I'm a part of that project. So it's pretty awesome. Definitely appreciative of the opportunities I have been given lately. And Darlene, yes, I'm going to be working with you guys. Well, I'll be working with Adam to do some PAs. So lucky my team is the team that has the access to do PAs, because we already do PAs right now in the Medicaid system. So my team is going to be, me and my team are going to be helping you guys out. Well, helping out Adam do some PAs. So our Darlene oversees our fiscal office with our agency, with DDDS, and I don't know how they do it because they're so limited as to the amount of staff that they have, and I hear they're even more limited these days, so because people just aren't coming to work because of this COVID-19. So I don't know how they do what they do because they manage to get things done on a very skeleton crew. So but Darlene manages it, so I'm very happy to help the crew out. That's awesome. Well, we're happy to help. Any way we can be helpful, I'm happy to be helpful. So, and that's the thing too. Like, I worked at DFS for several years. I actually absolutely loved it. Let me say this again. I loved the work I did at DFS. Didn't necessarily always love the people there, but there's a lot of friends that I've made there. Elena being one of them. A lot of good friends that I still have that I made there. But it was a lot of, I want to say drama sometimes with staff. Very cliquey. DDDS I don't find is like that. So I've found everybody at DDDS to be very helpful and very open and like willing to go above and beyond, and it's a good place to be. So I'm very happy about that. So it's a good thing. Anyways, so I'm just rambling here at this point. I don't know. Like, I come on these things and I have stuff written down. Like, I'm going to talk about this. It never happens. I just like ramble and talk about whatever. So, that is so true. That is so true. It is, because you know what? We don't, and I think that's what I was thinking about today is that, At first, when I was like, oh, they're going to give me more to do. Great. Great. Like, as if I don't have enough to do. Um, but then I'm like, wait a minute. Mm, I know people at our agency well enough to know that they wouldn't even have come to me if they didn't appreciate and know that I can do the job. And knowing that meant a lot. So I agree with you. You know, thank you. I am hoping, I mean, it looks really bad right now because it is peeling. It looks bad. It's dry and peeling, but I don't want to put lotion on to clog up the pores. But I'm hoping to get my whole sleeve done eventually. I don't know. Oh my God, my husband's gonna kill me. I declined his call earlier when he called me. Now he's calling me again, and I'm declining his call. Um, I'm doing a live. I'm talking to my friends on Facebook, so he better understand. Yeah, I agree with that. You gotta stay positive. You gotta stay in that positive mindset. You really do, because it's easy to spiral downhill and just be negative, negative, negative. It's easy to do that. And, who likes to be around negative people? Not me. I totally agree with that, Darlene. If you're positive, good things will find you. I agree with that. That's a very good saying. It's a very good saying. I think I need to tell all my staff that. Maybe I need to send them an email that says that. And also an email saying I appreciate you. So I have very many times told my staff I am not the best at expressing my emotions, so I may not tell you how much I appreciate you. But trust me, if I'm not harping on you, I appreciate you. So I think I maybe need to take some advice, Darlene, and maybe tell my staff that I appreciate them a little bit more. So, yes, love and positivity. I agree with that. My aunt that I went to Florida with last week got some kind of bad news before we went to Florida. And yeah, she got some bad news that she had a bad mammogram. So she came back on Monday and went to see the doctor to find out what her options are. And I'm not going to go into detail here, but the options aren't really good. But the first thing I said to her was, you need to stay positive. Regardless, you're going to make it through this and you need to stay positive. So, whatever you got to do to stay positive, you need to do that, because that positivity is going to see you through. So, I totally agree with that. All right, I'm going to get on here and call my husband back so he doesn't think I'm ignoring him. So if he sees my video, though, he'll understand that I was talking to all my friends on Facebook. So, all right, guys. So I will try to come on here maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, on Friday. And I'll try to be a little more structured so I'm not ranting and rambling was the word I was looking for. Thank you, Elena. Thank you. So I'm not rambling so much. Because at the end of the day, I honestly have tons of thoughts in my head, but they don't always translate when I'm talking. So, thank you, Darlene. All right, y'all. I'm going to get off here. Y'all be safe. Keep your social distancing. Have a good night and stay positive.